welcome back to Will Boy. I know we haven't been doing videos in a while.
That's that we've been like really distant from technology. We've been outside a lot.
Yeah, and yeah.
Today we're gonna continue the series of the talk show.
Okay. So, today we are going to be talking about the Avatar and maybe like the first episode of Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra actually just came out on Netflix, so make sure to go watch that. Avatar is also on Netflix. So let's start on Avatar. So Cooper, what is your favorite character in Avatar?
It's either Aang or Katara.
Okay, so like most of the main two characters.
Yeah.
I really like Sokka because of his humor, but I also really like Toph because she's a beast and she started metal bending and was the greatest earthbender. But I'm gonna go with Toph. I know she's a girl, but she's a beast. She started metal bending. And
yeah, because she got like taken away and then she like metal bended.
Yeah, and she has also a pretty good sense of humor. Mm-hmm. She makes pretty good sarcasm.
For being blind, she's a beast.
Okay, yeah. So, next we are going to talk about, Cooper, what was your favorite episode of Avatar?
Probably the last scene of the last episode.
Cooper! If you guys have not seen that, okay, skip this part of the video if you have not seen the last part of the Avatar. But for those people who have, Cooper is talking about when Katara and Aang kiss at the end because he's a psycho. Okay, next, my favorite scene, I really liked the part, my favorite one is probably
the big battle.
Yeah, probably. No, my favorite my favorite video is when they was when the last episode when let's do our favorite scenes. You already said your favorite scene at the end. My favorite scene is also at the end, but it's not that. It's when they blow up all the Fire Nation air balloons. That was a pretty cool thing. I liked when they blew them all up.
Or it's the Katara last thing, or it's when Aang's holding the Fire Lord's head and was like staring into the air.
Oh yeah, when he's taking away his bending. Okay. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah. So that's what we really like about Avatar. If you have not seen it, please go watch it. It's an awesome series. If you could have a bending ability, which one would you have?
Definitely water.
Okay, water. Okay, why?
Water, because I love the ocean and just being able to move it and just like play with it would be so cool.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I would have to say either air or earth. Water is a really good one, but air or earth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with. Let me see here. I'm gonna go probably with air because you can fly around and you can pretty much move everything with air. And air can move water, air can move earth, air can move a lot of things. And you can also fly with that. So that's why I'm gonna pick air as what I would use.
Okay, question. What was the scene that you hated the most in Avatar?
The scene that I disliked the most is when that's a hard one. I really liked all the scenes. I think they were all pretty cool. But I think the worst scene was when Jet, if you guys didn't know Jet, he like betrayed Katara and it was all iced up and like Jet was just saying a bunch of like love words and I was just like, oh my gosh.
And he was like trying to kill him.
Yeah, so that's why.
Probably the one that I hate the most is when, what's her name? What's Zuko's sister's name?
Oh yeah, I also hate that part.
Yeah, when
Azula
shoots lightning and kills Aang, but he still comes back. And I hate the hair on his head.
Oh,
he looks weird.
He looks weird with hair. Okay, let's see. What is now your no, not favorite. What's your
wait? Just like how the cycle goes.
Of air and
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen Avatar, so the first one is water. That's where they find Aang in the iceberg. Spoiler alert. Next one is earth. that's where they find Toph and they do all that. Earth is probably
The hardest one for air.
Earth is probably my favorite season because so much action happens in
Yeah.
Earth. Fire too. Fire was an
Well,
also one.
fire was more like love at the end.
Oh, but also like the cool fight
Yeah.
scenes and like battles. I'm rewatching Avatar right now and I'm on Fire. And then Air is really like kind of really boring.
Yeah, because since like you already knew air pretty much.
Yeah, so water is like the introduction. Earth is like the when you start really getting into it. Fire is like you're going towards the end, but you're still like in action.
yeah.
And then air is just the closing or whatever.
There's no air.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Air is only like a few episodes
Yeah.
because it's just talking about what happens after the war and stuff and what
Mhm.
and what leads into Legend of Korra. So now we're gonna talk about Legend of Korra.
So Korra is a girl
So
who
Yeah.
is a water
Let's talk about the backstory of this real quick. So if you guys haven't seen Legend of Korra, just stop the video right now because we're pretty much gonna
and it
spoil.
with this.
Yeah, we're pretty much gonna spoiler alert Legend of Korra. But here we go. So Legend of Korra. So
So
this
in the
is
first
this
episode-
is what we think happens. I've only seen the first episode of Legend
I've
of
seen
Korra.
the whole thing, but I can't spoil it for him. So.
Yeah, so we're gonna only talk about like the background and stuff because I know the background. So this is what we think. We think Aang. Well, they did. Aang and Katara married each other. Then they had a bunch of air nomad kids, and then those kids had kids. But a different family in the Southern Water Tribe actually had the Avatar, and
Korra.
and one of the sons of Aang starts training Korra airbending in the first episode, and Korra pretty much runs away from because they wanted Korra to not learn airbending for a while, but Korra ran away and asked that airbender if he could teach her. So then we
So Korra, when she was she knew pretty much everything: water, earth, fire.
but she did not know
She
air.
didn't learn air
Because what's hard? Water.
because it took a while for the air nomads to come. Because Aang was the only air nomad.
But then they had a
But
bunch.
then Katara got pregnant. Well, had a bunch
we
of
don't need to
kids.
go that deep. We don't need to
had
go that
kids. Had kids, and then it took a while for her to meet them. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much Legend of Korra. We might do another episode.
I could do the last episode if you would leave, but
Okay, I think we might do another talk show episode on Legend of Korra once I finish the series.
yeah.
But for now, we're gonna only stick with the first episode, and I think that's gonna do it for the talk show today.
So
Thank
see you guys.
Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time on the talk show.